Hi, in this video I'm going to be reminding you a little bit about how we graph lines in Math 105. Okay, let's get started. So suppose I am instructed to graph the line, I don't know, y is equal to x. Alright, so here first I'm going to draw up a coordinate plane. Next, I need to come up with some points that are on this line in order for me to figure out where I'm going to place it. Now, in doing that, a nice and easy tool to use is just a little t-table. So what happens in this table is on this side I have x values. On this side I have y values. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just place some random values for x, then figure out what y would be if x were equal to that value, and plot the points that I find. So here goes. Suppose I want to figure out what point we have on this line when x is equal to 3. Well then, I take that 3, I go back and I look at the formula for the line and I see that, well, y is equal to x, so if I plug in a 3 where x used to be, I discover that y is also equal to 3. So I fill that in the t-table. Well, maybe I also want to find out what happens when x is equal to 0. Well, now, of course, if x is 0, and I plug that in up here, so now I have y is equal to 0, well, cool. Now I have 2 points, right? This point, this 3, 3, that's going to look like this if we write it as a coordinate pair. And this point, that's actually the origin. That point is the point 0, 0. So let's go ahead and plot those 2 points. Let's see. I'd say that the point 3, 3 would be right about there. And the point 0, 0, of course, that one's nice and easy to find. And now I have 2 points. I can connect them and see where my line lives. Now, I think I might have been going a little bit fast in class, and some of you were a little stuck on the t-tables. But this is all there is to it. Maybe I'll come up with a line that's a little bit more complicated and see if that helps you understand it a little better. Suppose instead of the line good old y equals x, maybe I'm supposed to plot this line. Y is equal to 2 times x plus, I don't know, 1 is a good one. Well, it's the same idea. Okay, I need a coordinate plane, and I'm going to use the t-table to come up with some points that live on this plane that represent the line. Okay? So again, I'm going to choose some values for the independent variable x, and I'm going to plug them into this formula to figure out what y would be for that x value. Let's get started. Maybe we want to figure out what happens to y when x is equal to 3. So I just take 3 and I plug it in where x used to be in this formula. So that's going to look like this. Let's see. Y is equal to 2 times 3 plus 1, or, let's see, 2 times 3, that's 6, plus 1, that's 7. So y is equal to 7. So in my t-table, I just jot down to 7. Now, this information here corresponds to the ordered pair 3, 7. But I need at least 2 points to make a line, so I need to find another point using my t-table. I like to work with 0 when I can, just because it's a nice easy number to multiply or add. So I'll figure out what y is when x is equal to 0. Now I'll go back and I'll plug in 0 where x used to be in this formula for the line. So now we have y is equal to 2 times 0 plus 1. Well, 2 times 0, that's just 0. Add 1 to it, that's just going to give me 1. So here I have y is equal to 1. So I'm going to fill that in my t-table. And that will give me the ordered pair 0, 1. Let's graph these 2 points and see what this line looks like. Okay, first I want to graph the point 3, 7. So I'm going to walk over 3 on the x-axis and walk up 7 on the y-axis. So that point's going to be right about there. Now I better graph the second point, that 0, 1. So x is equal to 0 is right here, okay, everywhere on the y-axis in fact. So I have 0 here and I walk up 1 point to give me that value. Well, now let's try to put a line through those 2 points. And I see that my graph is kind of going to look like that, okay? These t-tables are great. You can come up with lots of different graphs using them. I know some of you also like to use the method where you find the x and the y intersect and then construct a line through those points. That works too for a lot of lines. Sometimes we run into trouble with it, like we did, for example, in the previous graph that we made in this video. But I like that method. If you like it and you can use it, go ahead and do it. I know some other people like to consider the slope, start at the y-axis and walk over and up according to the slope. Now, if you like to do that and it works out well for you, you can feel free to do that too. This is just the method that I'm using in this video and also the method I used last class. But if you have any questions, please email me about them and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. I'll post another video shortly. Bye-bye.